All right, joining us in the post-game press conference, Ole Miss head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen, along with student athletes Markeisha Davis and Maya Taylor. Coach, congratulations on a hard-fought game and a great season for Ole Miss. We'll begin with your opening statement, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, I mean, if you had asked me in November, Coach, you all lost 61% of your starters, your offense, and a lottery pick. But we think you're going to go to the Sweet 16. I would have checked you to see if you were on drugs. Honestly, I had a conversation with my AD, and, as a head coach would try to do, I tried to warn him, like, look, we're going to need time. I don't know what this year is going to be like. I think we could get to the tournament, and that would be a big win for us. But this team felt different, and throughout the whole season, fought, got better, learned, trusted, bought in, and believed in everything that we were asking. And as we continue to do well and we lose by a controversial call versus Utah in the Bahamas, and then we go to Oklahoma and we have them on the ropes, I started to believe as much as they did, if I'm being completely honest. So for us to be here with a chance to go to Elite Eight against a team that was primed and playing really good basketball like us, but more so on the offensive end, but with the experience that they had, us knocking off Stanford, spoiling the party, we can only be proud. Everybody knows who Ole Miss women's basketball is, and I don't know that they knew who Ole Miss women's basketball was before this, and that's because of Team 48. So, hats off to Louisville. I thought they played a complete game. They looked like the more experienced team, and let's normalize Ole Miss being on these type of stages because it's truly no ceilings.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Doug?
Hey, Coach, Doug Feinberg, the AP, really nice season. That fourth quarter, you cut it down to 5, and they just seemed every time to make that right play to get it back up there. Was just, you thought maybe one more stop could have gotten you guys even closer and had maybe a different outcome?
Yeah, I felt that way. I didn't feel like we had a control of the game at any point, and that's different for my team. I think the lights got bright, and there were a lot of times I didn't even know who I was coaching. Like, when do we give up 20 points in a quarter? Like, that's uncharacteristic. Look at our box scores from the last 15 games. Like, that just don't happen. And the fact that we couldn't get stops in transition, I just felt like it just took too much for us to even cut it down to 5. I did not feel like we had control. Even when we were down 19 versus Arkansas, like, I felt like we could get back in the game. And this was not the feeling that I had.
Alexa, in the back.
Alexa Philippou with ESPN. Coach, what do you hope that your players take from this experience, either the ones returning, and that can help you continue to build the program moving forward, or even those who leave and will take this experience on for the rest of their lives?
Well, for me, we just had so much fun. We had a blast this season. We went to the Bahamas, hung out, spent Thanksgiving down there. I mean, we have really enjoyed this journey. And this team, I've never had this much fun at Ole Miss coaching a team. And coaches, we will never admit to it, but sometimes we hate our teams. I don't feel that way. I absolutely love Team 48. Incredible people. I hope that, initially it was kind of rocky because we had a lot of new faces, and it took some time to trust. And so hopefully we could get the trust factor a little sooner so that we can start to gel a little sooner and get some of those big wins in the non-conference and not wait for a Stanford, to decide that we want to get like a huge win. And so that's what I hope. The returners, the new standard for us is Sweet 16. And I think that that's fair. I'm the queen pen in the portal. I got 5 star-studded freshmen coming in, and I'm about to do damage in the portal. So we'll be back.
We have a short time with the student athletes, so if we can get some questions for the student athletes, and then we'll have Coach Yo for a little bit longer.
Michael Katz, Daily Journal. Maya, you came here from State, and we talked about the fact that you were kind of thrown into this different sort of team, and you hit the ground running. And I remember you telling me that you wish you had another year. Just what has this team meant to you, and what has this ride been like?
Yeah. Sorry. This team has just been a breath of fresh air for me. Coach Joe has really pushed me to embrace my journey and to write my own story. And I really feel like I did that here at Ole Miss. To my teammates that's gonna go back and watch this year, what the things we've been able to do has just been incredible. People counted us out. We wrote goals down, some of them that one of them was being ranked, we didn't get ranked, but see where we are now. We made it to the Sweet 16. So I think, which is not a diss, hey, I mean, we took it as fuel, and we kept going, but Ole Miss basketball doesn't stop here. I truly believe Coach Yo is gonna, like she said, she's the queen of the transfer portal. We transfer you here. So I have no doubt that she's gonna go in and get some amazing players. I have no doubt that my teammates that are coming back, like Marquisha, Maddie, everybody that's coming back are gonna continue to level up, continue to get better, and Ole Miss is gonna be back for sure. So.
Right behind you. Go ahead.
David Eckert, Clarion Ledger. This one also for Maya. What you just said about Coach Yo challenging you to write your own story. What do you feel like the story you wrote is? How does that go?
That's a good one. It's so many different things. I can't even just pinpoint anything just right now. I know I've had a lot of people that doubted me, a lot of people that, didn't want me to come to Ole Miss. But I can just truly say that she's taught me so much, not just on the court, in life. We have big things for me outside of basketball that I can't wait to step into my next journey, whether that's basketball or whatever I decide to do. But just to be me, to be present. And so for that, I'm just so grateful to have that authentic relationship with her.
Other questions for student athletes? Right there.
Maya, John Sokoloff with WCBI. You mentioned what this year kind of meant to you. At the end of last year, when you were deciding what you were going to do, where you were going to go, and whatnot, when you ultimately decided on Ole Miss, I'm sure you had a vision for what that year would be like. How would you kind of compare what you thought it would be compared to what you actually experienced this year?
The crazy thing is, I remember I came on my visit to Ole Miss, and we were sitting down at, what's it called?
The bowling alley.
The bowling alley. And we were talking, and me and Coach Joe's goal for this team was to get past the first round of the tournament. I think we did that. We made it to the Sweet 16. So I definitely think that what I came here to do, I did. Of course, with the help of my teammates. So I couldn't be more proud of Team 48. Team 48 shook the world. I think we put the country on notice. I think the love and the support from just people all over the nation it has been amazing. Even our Bahamian family came out and supported. So, like I said, Ole Miss basketball is on the map now. So.
This will be our last question for the student athletes.
Mara with the Seattle Sports Commission, you've talked about the future and when you get back home and the end of the season, but what about tonight? What about the rest of the evening for both of you? What are your plans for this evening? How are you going to be talking with your other teammates and taking this night and reflecting back?
Marquisha, why don't you take this one?
Well, we're not gonna watch film, Kui.
Well, I guess we'll spend this evening just continuing to be together and enjoy the time that we have left with each other. Yeah.
All right, Maya, Marquisha, thank you for your time. Congratulations on an incredible season.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll open it back up. Questions for Coach Yo. We'll start over here.
Hey, Ben Pickman from The Athletic. Hey, Coach. As you listen to Maya or other players reflect on you and the season, just how does that make you feel?
Well, I have a little joke with the team, and sometimes young people, if you don't let them know your intentions, they can think all kind of stuff. And so I always walk into the locker room and I say, before you all get any ideas, like I got 2 beautiful kids, I'm happily married, and I got a little money in the bank. This ain't for me. This is for y'all. And coaching is my ministry. And, one of the things that I hope to do is to teach, develop, and inspire. And at first it was just young people, but now anybody I come into contact with. So to hear Maya say that, I know what she means. Like, she's leaving more confident. She's leaving with a plan. A month ago we met and we talked about her plan after basketball during a bye week. And so my players understand that basketball is a tool to open an incredible amount of doors. But basketball is what they do. It's not who they are. And so I was proud to hear that, because when I recruit, I make promises to players that they're going to graduate, they're going to win championships, we're going to equip them with the schools and tools and skills to be successful in life. And they're going to have a great experience. And that is how I judge my job and my staff's job for the year. So sounds like we did pretty good.
I'm going to go to the Zoom room, then I'll come back here. Gabriella Lewis, go ahead.
Coach, I was hoping you could speak to Angel, another fifth-year senior coming to this program the last 2 years, what she's brought this season and the growth she's had.
Angel's been a joy to coach. Just remembering when she came in, how timid she was, how unsure she was of herself because she was at Wright State. And but what I will remember the most was how willing she was to trust me and our staff and allow us to pour into her. And she's really had my back the whole way. And, Angel's going to have a great career playing basketball. And so, she's someone that hopefully she comes back and visits and pours into, the other players. But she literally was an angel for this program, and I'm really happy for her.
Lindsay, and then we'll go over here.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Coach O, why do you like the portal so much? A lot of coaches whine about it nonstop.
Not me. Anybody who's whining about it is going to be out of the business in 2 years. Remember, I said that. You better evolve or you're gone. All right? And the portal is a part of life, baby. So I just embrace it. I got 5 freshmen coming in. And so people try to use it against me. Oh, she just wants portal kids. I have 5 freshmen coming in that are going to be really good. But the portal allows you to level the playing field. And I just think that that's important. And that's the way it's going. I'm also in favor of the portal because freedom of choice. I'm 40 and I make wrong decisions all the time. I bought a Lexus. I was ready to take that thing back after 2 weeks because I should have gotten a hybrid. As soon as I filled that tank up, I knew I made a mistake. I can't go in the portal. I'm still stuck with the damn RX, okay? These are young people. Give them a chance to correct their wrongs, freedom of choice. And so, but I do think anybody who doesn't want to be a part of the portal that can will be extinct. Remember, I said that.
Kevin Pelton, ESPN. You mentioned the lights being bright in your opening statement. You feel like that was the setting? Was that Louisville?
No. Louisville's a good team, but come on, guys. We've played good teams all year. You ever heard of South Carolina? The stage, Sweet 16. It was our first time. Our players wanted to do so well. Sometimes human nature is a beast, man, and I just felt like we just couldn't get a hold of the moment and settle in like I wanted us to. So I'm not taking anything away from Louisville, but I thought in the grand scheme of things, I mean, listen, we were in a really nice hotel. I mean, life has really been posh. And so I just think it was the moment when we walked in there and in this incredible arena, I thought it was overwhelming for my group. But we'll get used to it. We kind of like the feeling, so obviously we want to come back.
Good.
Coach Kurt Streeter from the New York Times. Speaking of getting used to it, where do you see your team? And if you look into a crystal ball and think of 5, 10 years down the line.
Well, my AD is in here, so I was taught to undersell and overdeliver. But we'll be back. I don't know where, but I know now that we've had a taste of the Sweet 16, we'll love to go beyond that. And that is the goal, And I think we've done it the right way. I don't think we're going too fast. It's almost a perfect story for it to end where it is right now. Sometimes you could go too far and then all of a sudden next year we lose in the second round, they want me gone, So I think the pace in which the program is building is really good, and actually we're 2 years ahead. But I like where we're at, and I think we could sustain it.
David Eckert, Clarion Ledger. Coach, you touched on it there a little bit, but you said before the Sweet 16 is the new standard. What do you need to do between now and November to ensure that that standard is met?
Well, first of all, we were winning until my Mississippi guys showed up. I just want to put that I need to get on the red eye. It's contact period, baby. We got to bring people on campus. We got to recruit. Like, this is a gift and a curse. We're playing, but there are a bunch of other programs that are recruiting right now. And so I'm excited about getting on the plane and getting to work. The exposure that we've gotten has been incredible. We got to capitalize on this, and I'm really excited about finishing up this recruiting class.
Michael Katz, Daily Journal. Obviously, Maya was up here a little earlier. Can you just talk about the coach-point guard relationship?
Let me tell you something. Maya is the most stubborn person I've ever coached. So I had to really put in some work to get her to buy in and trust. But she's one of the most incredible people, young people. that I've had a chance to mentor, and she's going to be so successful in life. She's just a pro, and I think pros are professionals, like star-studded people, and that's what we talk about, just not on the court. She's a pro in life, so I think our relationship will be everlasting. I got 3 weddings I'm going to in this off season from former players. I'm excited about Maya and Angel and Slim and Jordan and our relationship in the future, for sure.
We have time for one last question.
You talked to John Sokoloff at WCBI. You talked about a couple of these players, but overall, when you kind of look back on this crew, going through so much with all these players, what are you going to remember the most about this team and this journey that y'all went on this year?
I think I'm going to remember the love we had for each other. Like, I'm not a feeler, but my team they're full of feelers. We had a team retreat, and we brought someone in to analyze our team. And all of the feelers were on this side. And John, I damn near cried because it was my whole team. But they softened me up, and they taught me how to be a better coach and to meet my players where they're at. And when I tell you this has been my best experience, probably in my 10 years of being a head coach, I mean it. And I just love this team, and I'm going to be so much better because of them.
All right,
Thank y'all.
Thank you very much.